Okay, so sorry for that break. Let's proceed. So I was explaining that sometimes the examiner could tell you that units unsold must be disposed of at a certain cost. So in that case, you have additional cost for disposal. But the other way around, units that are unsold could be sold for scrap. That would be additional income that you add to sales. But there was nothing like that. How about sales? Let's work out our sales numbers. They believe that a selling price of 35 per unit of protein power to sell up to 3,500 units is possible. But they will need to charge a lower price of 33 for all units sold to achieve a sales volume above 35. Okay, so in most places, we are going to sell at 35. But in working 9, where we will sell 4,000 units. Is that the only place we sell 4,000 units? Yeah, we produce 4,000. Demand is that. To sell anything, let's read that again. Believes it could sell, it to achieve a selling price of 35 per unit of protein power to sell up to 35. It will need to charge a lower selling price of 33 per unit for all units sold to achieve a sales volume above 35. All right. So I guess I'm right to say that it's only in working 9 that will sell more than 4,000 units. Sorry, more than 35. Sorry about that. So here selling price is 33 times 4,000. But here we'll sell at 35, working 1, 3,000 units sold. Copy. Working 4, we are selling 3,000 units. Working 7, we are selling 3,000 units. Working 2, we are selling 3,000 units. In working 3, we are selling 3,000 units. In working 5, $35 per unit times, we are selling 3,500 units. Working 6, $35 times, we are selling 35. In working 8, $35, we are selling 3,500. All right. So we've put together the sales and cost figures as mentioned in the scenario. Profit is sales minus costs. All right. Any questions, guys? Has anybody solved this question by themselves before? Nobody tried this question already? Okay. So I would copy this. Paste in here. And then I'm like that. Working 1. Working 4. Working 7. Working 2. Profit. Working 5. Profit. working 8 profit, working 3 profit, working 6 profit, and working 9 profit. All right. You agree with me that having gone through all this drill to construct a payoff table to show all the possible profit outcomes, one is likely to stop there and not go ahead and recommend the level of production Keytone Co should choose based on expected values. So based on expected values, you've got to go ahead and do some expected value calculations. When we produce 3,000 units versus when we produce 3,500 units versus when we produce 4,000 units. You are given the probabilities of 3,000, 3,500, and 4,000 to be the numbers on screen. When you produce 3,000 units, okay, what I want to do is that I'm going to multiply the probability of demand being 3,000 with 70,110, demand being 3,500 by 70,110, demand being 4,000 by 70,110. So the expected value when we produce 3,000 units to be 70,110. 0.2 times this plus 0.3 times that plus 0.5 times that. Here, 0.2 times this plus 0.3 times that plus 0.5 times that. If you produce 4,000 units, when 2 times this plus 0.3 times that plus 0.5 times that. Recommendation on the basis of expected values. 78 is more. Keytone Co should produce 3,500 units because that gives the biggest long-term average profit. Yeah. That's requirement 8 done. for 13 marks. At this point, you should be asking if it is possible for you to do half of what we have just done. And if you can do half of what we have just done, friends, feel confident. Let your confidence level start going up if it has not yet already. Any questions? Okay, calculate the maximum fee which Keytone Co should be prepared to pay the market research company for the information about actual demand level. There's only one requirement there for 3 months. She's been in discussions, that the MD has been in discussions with a local market research company who has offered to provide for a fee 100% accurate information about the actual demand level for protein. Wow. The maximum amount we should pay is called value of perfect information. Requirement B. Please, in exam session C, every little thing you are talking about, please put down a small subheading. So, value of perfect information. Okay. I've got to work out the expected value with perfect information. And work out the expected value without perfect information. And that was the calculation that gave birth to the choice in requirement A. If this guy comes in, we'll start removing uncertainties one by one. If he assures us that demand will be 3,000, we will look along that line and select 70,110. So it means that we'll also produce 3,000 units. The probability of 3,000 units demand is 0.2. So 0.2 times the profit that will give us, plus, if it tells us demand is 3.5, looking along that line, 81,795 is more. So we also produce 3.5 and earn 81,795 times probability of 0.3 plus, or read the plus as or if it tells us demand is 4,000, we'll go along the line of 85,480 and produce 4,000. 85,480 times 0.5. So, value of perfect information is the difference between the two. The highest amount of money that this research company should charge and we should accept should not be bigger than the extra value they are giving us as a result of providing 100% accuracy or accurate information. And that is $2,915.5. That's the value of perfect information. That answers the requirement. Calculate the maximum fee which Keytone Co will be prepared to pay the market research company for the information about actual demand levels for 3 months. 13 plus 3, 16. 16 plus 4, briefly discuss whether it is appropriate for the MD to use expected values as a basis for making the decision about the production level of Protein Co, and explain one alternative decision criterion which might be more useful. The little word "and" means that I should be very cautious and make sure I answer all. Because of that, I'll go ahead and highlight the verb discuss, and then the verb that comes after "and." Explain. Discuss whether it is appropriate for the MD to use expected values as a basis for making the decision. I told you discuss means yes and no. Reasons. Yes and no with reasons. Conclusion. 4 marks, not too many points required anyway. 4 marks, not too many points. From the evidence you have in a question, do you think that it is appropriate to use expected values? Do you think so? The MD is risk averse and is concerned that the probabilities noted above may not be accurate. Okay, risk averse managers who have knowledge of probabilities use expected values. So considering the risk attitude of the MD, it is appropriate to use expected values. Considering the fact that probabilities have been assigned or they are known from products that have been launched in the past, although it's just one product launched in the past, expected value use is fine. Expected value is also useful when the project is repeated, because the meaning of expected value is long run average. Therefore, expected value is not useful for one-off projects. It does not show. There's nothing here that shows that this project is one-off. Keytone is likely to produce this product many times within a year. Therefore, the use of expected value is appropriate. However, the MD is concerned about the probabilities noted above. So the doubt over the probabilities means that although expected values can be used, it should be used with care. Because if the probabilities are incorrect, then it means that any decisions taken based on them will also be incorrect decisions. So in my discussion, I'm saying that for the reason that 1, this is not a one-off project. 2, the manager is risk averse. 3, the manager has knowledge of probabilities. Because of this, the use of expected values is appropriate. However, this should be used with care, as there are doubts over the probability numbers. I've answered that question. And explain one alternative decision criterion which might be more useful. Well, the manager is risk averse. The use of maximum would be an alternative method, because that's also for risk averse managers, especially those who do not have knowledge of probability. So the use of maximum will be more appropriate. I'm supposed to explain, as the manager is described as being risk averse, and hence, without knowledge of probabilities, he might be looking at selecting the best of the worst situation. I've explained that. Friends, that's 4 marks, makes it 20 in all. Can I score 20 over 20 in the exam under exam pressure? Highly unlikely. Am I scoring less than 10 over 20? If yes, then there's a big problem. Because unlike sections A and B, no matter what you do, even if your final answer or recommendation is incorrect, you still get some marks. So you do it as well as you can. Any questions? That is done with Keytone Co, the question on risk and uncertainty. When I go off record, I'll remind us the decision-making topics that we have revised so far, at least one question on. Go back and do those questions again. And then do the objective test questions, revision questions on the study hub again. Decision making is very key to paper PM. Highly likely one of the question 31 or 32 will be on decision making. What topic in decision making, we don't know. We have revised CVP analysis. We have revised, so I'm saying it on record, that's fine. We have revised limiting factor analysis. Risk and uncertainty has been done. I solved a small question on pricing with you. If I can have an opportunity to solve a bigger question, TR Pharmaceuticals, with you on pricing, that would be great. The only thing we have not done is relevant costing. I'm looking at next week to see what I can do with you. So prepare very well for decision making and do it as well as you can in exam session C to benefit also from own figure rules, no matter how difficult the question looks. All right.